Stanford University, a bastion of academia and the alma mater of some of college football's most legendary figures, Elway, Luck, Sherman, and McCaffrey. And today, the Stanford Cardinal will try to live up to that legacy. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the California Golden Bears, taking on a team from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The offense basically has the whole field in front of them, backed up close to their own end zone. They'll try the run. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This rivalry dates back to 1892, a mere 90 years before perhaps the most memorable play in college football history, as Cal ran through the band on the field.
And that's a play they'll be talking about for another 250 years, no doubt. It's sort of synonymous with this rivalry between Cal and Stanford, and you never know any given year there's going to be a play that's just going to jump out at you, David, something you'll hold on to.
And I think one of the cool nuggets about this series, the big game in 1982, the band running on the field, the one y'all referenced, every year whoever has the Axe trophy, they change the score of that game. That's how petty this rivalry is. We just change history, change scores. I love it.
So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
The give to the tailback. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. There's always one thing sure to get the juices flowing for the Cardinal and the sturdy Golden Bears, and that's anything to do with the axe, guys.
Yeah, and the trophy games are fun. It's not a real axe, by the way. It's kind of a trophy with an axe on it. But this means something to them. It means something to the fans. All the pranks, all the history behind it, Palmer.
Yeah, it's really actually more of a plaque, which is interesting. But regardless, it doesn't matter what the records are between these two teams, Stanford and Cal. It comes down to this game. This is bragging rights, not just today, but for the rest of the year.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. The pull and throw off the RPO. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Stanford going back to work with another first down. Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
2nd down coming up. pulls it and fires to the left. Tackled immediately after the catch.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Ninth play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a third down. Back to pass, it's Reynolds. The throw to the outside is complete. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
The give to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Third and short. I don't mind the play call. Running the RPO, giving the quarterback the option. Could he have pulled it and maybe made that decision a little bit different? He decided to give it to the running back. The defense was ready. Got the big stop. Forces the 4th down.
And he missed it. No good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score. That 43-yard field goal attempt was well within his range, but he misfired, and they'll turn the ball over. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 26. Wasting no time taking a shot. He's got it inside the 25. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. From the red zone, looking for a space. Finds his big tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good game. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
And the Golden Bears trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cal!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
He'll send out 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 4. Quarterback will keep it. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematic.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Reynolds. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
That is not good news for this offense, guys. I mean, the defense only brought 3 on that play, and they were still able to get after the quarterback. This O-line has got to play better.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in and week out, working on those critical down and distances, 3rd downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another 1st down. Using his feet. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11 on 11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
27. Good enough for a 1st down. Hey, ready. That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Cal 7, Stanford 0.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Feeling some heat. Working that left side now.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Unloads quickly. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but you've got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Stanford gets set to snap it on 1st down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Stanford.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Lining up for the PAT. Wants to throw. It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. He's got it for the 2. Found his man on the fake, and they take the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout.
Line gets set, first down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He lets it fly. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Last time these two bitter rivals got together, there was joy in Strawberry Canyon as Cal won a close one.
And that win really propelled Cal for the rest of the season. It was a momentum builder for them, and it just sort of stumbled Stanford. They had a hard time turning the page. This is one of those games, David, where if you lose it, you risk getting beat twice because it's hard to come back from.
So you're saying it's almost like that axe chopped down the Stanford tree last year and just ruined the season? That's what you're saying? I mean, that's what rivalry games do. They deflate you sometimes, and they change the trajectory of your season, and especially with the fans.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. They got him down quickly after the pick, but he'd already made the biggest play, and they've got it at the 38.
What a beautiful sight. And not only are we big and strong and powerful and athletic, you can just have unbelievable hands to the mix, because we can catch a football too, just like those little DBs, create turnovers, force interceptions. Let's go.
Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Keeps it on the bootleg. Floating away. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. On the move, fighting off the defender. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly, because even when it's a design play, and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays, and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Here on 3rd down for this offense. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chain. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a two-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Smashes it between the uprights. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Tulane is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in New Orleans for some time. They're up 14 over USC. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Looking to pass, it's Wall. He hurls one deep down the left side. Got it in stride inside the 20. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, there's no mystery who they're throwing the football to, but defenses still can't find a way to cover this guy. And with that last catch, he now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the season.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Golden Bear!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Fair catch called for and made. Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
Well, you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
He finds his man, and he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding, I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. The ball is out behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him, a little slippery with all those juke moves. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw, it's Wall. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. He makes the catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cal.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Stanford will boot it away to start this second half. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, They've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that third down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free, but the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
I understand the desire to keep the ball, but going for it inside your own 40? On fourth down, going to the air. The throw. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about...
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Getting some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Shoots it to the left. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the back. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, doing the making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them. Here comes the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Absolutely perfect. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the 3rd. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Auburn is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Tigers fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He'll start this drive firing. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
This has been a tight one, third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Wide out in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Throws to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in.
It's a fake. Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. Touchdown, Stanford! They take the lead with the 6. Oh, the fake caught the defense by surprise. Opened up a little passing lane for the score.
And I tell you what, on field goal block, what are we doing? We're sending everybody. You might want to keep a guy or 2 back deep just in case they do run the field goal. And when you bring the field goal block and you bring everybody and you're sending all your resources to get them and you're not covering, this can happen. I tell you what, guts to call the play. It actually worked.
Offense is headed back onto the field. Now they find themselves behind, David. Let's see if they have an answer.
Yep, losing the lead, obviously lose a little bit of momentum, but this offense, you can gain it right back, Palmer. Let's get a drive starter going. Find some guys you know you're going to make some plays for.
So that's the challenge for them. You got to answer, right? You got to take the field here. You got to execute, be physical, and regain this lead.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Golden Bears are in the hurry-up. He leaves it with his back. Dances away from one. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. And the Golden Bears have it with a 1st and 10.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
No huddle offense to the line. Looking downfield, it's Wall. Looking to buy time. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Now facing a 3rd and long. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And despite going 0 for 2 on 4th down so far, they will stay aggressive and go for it here. Unloads to the wideout. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on down.
Yeah, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk up to him and say, listen, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
Give to the running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quick pass on the jet motion. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Stanford 28, Cal 21.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Green 25.
The give to the left side. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it then? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this third and short.
Spider.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Stanford going back to work with another first down. Pulls and fires complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Let's go.
Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Ole Miss dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from DK Metcalf to A.J. Brown, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge today. A lot to go through. Session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing. Excited, they're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
On the set.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking for a man. It's Reynolds. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Stanford quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. It's complete. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
And the returner will be brought down. couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
On second down, will they go back to the ground game? The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on third down. Dropping back, it's Wall. Pocket starts to collapse. Looking to the big tight end. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll immediately call timeout. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
This defense will try to get the ball back for their offense, or at least prevent a score here late in the fourth. Leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Using the quick game. Runs through a tackle. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. They're trying to get to it. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer.
And it's intercepted. intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's the plays like that that are going to end up defining and deciding this game, right? It's tight. Tie game, fourth quarter. Someone is going to step up and make a game-changing play, and the defender did right there.
They're looking for an advantage to the right, using the spin move. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. He's now up to 71 yards on the ground so far, and he looks to be well on his way to a 1,500-yard season. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? It's caught downfield. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They'll give it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
To the air. It's Wall. Coming after him. Took a shot as he threw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
This late in the game, 4th quarter, go time, we got to make plays. We got to go to those things that really, really work well. We can't waste too many more downs. I know it's 3rd down coming up, but we got to put this thing in full throttle.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Field goal is good. And the sideline celebration is on as they've taken the lead in the final minute.
You can't say enough about this kid's poise. You're playing on the road. The crowd's going crazy, willing you to miss this kick, but he stayed dialed in, puts it through the upright, David, to give his team the lead here late.
It's crazy because it's nerve-wracking. You put your body on the line for so long, and then it comes down to a kick. And he has to be clutch in a hostile environment, and he comes through for his squad.
Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. This quarterback part of their running game. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. This is a designed run. And they get him on the ground, and that's going to do it. Ball game is over. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.